Okay, folks,
60 miles out.
I'm going to start. So I rehearsed this at least 20 times, and I'm still not down to 90. But anyway, I'm Stephen Kelly. I'm principal of K&O Worldwide, based in Slovakia. Incoming board member, returning. And so what I want to do real quickly today is talk about some developments in the area of international aid and development. In the early 90s, I diversified my corporate practice and moved into working with transitioning societies, institutions like World Bank, USAID, EU. And so there's developments going on that have great effect with the CPTs and HRPD.
We are not speaker!
Wow, I like that. I'm carrying him around. So that gives me another regain 10. But basically, aid and international development started after the war, and it was all focused initially on stability in the 40s. As we got into the 50s and 60s, the whole idea was we can solve these problems with modernization, technology transfer, and we dumped a lot of money in that for 20 years. Didn't really work too well. Uneven distribution, no maintenance technology, just lots of still poor people out there. We then moved in next couple decades, focusing on let's do economic development and follow its social development, provide some technical expertise, a little bit of training sprinkled in now and then, and see how it works. Not too good, because the recipients became very passive. They were beneficiaries. We were dumping lots of fish on them, but not much opportunities for them to learn how to fish. And so, as they got into the 90s then, they said, well, how do we get things sustainable? And a little bit sustainable development, and they made a major shift to training for results as part of this, which was instead of counting how many participants showed up at the training sessions, we would start trying to link it a little bit to some other items. And so through this, a little bit of progress, but not too far. And not very good evaluation as well, so it was hard to tell how you were doing. As we moved into 2000 then, the focus said, well, you know what we need to do is we can do institutional strengthening instead of focusing on individuals, and then capacity development of people within institutions, key people. And then in the middle part of the decade then, HPTs started showing up in the scene under different guises, different names. First in Africa, then some in Central Europe, Central Asia, Caucasus, Cyprus, over the last 5 years. Now, we got some isolated results, some success, some not. Not too much real good evidence of how it's working. Still needs to be done. Here we are, 2011. We have one of these agencies, the American Agency of International Development, has taken on HPT under their internal name as a primary driver for a global movement to try to improve sustainability and capacity development. And so as part of this, even they are so far requiring CPTs to help do assessments and ultimately implementation in various countries and transitioning societies. A growing number of our members, both CPTs and otherwise, are working in this, I would say, challenging and, as Roger Kaufman would say, mega field. And so with that, ramifications, we don't know yet. You know, we're early days, but we've got the opening to try to do something good. And I think with our energy and our methodology and our vision, I hope that we can succeed. So with that, I exceeded my 90 seconds, but I thank you for listening.